I'm actually the only attorney in North Carolina that's board certified in truck accident law.
If you're injured in a collision with a big truck, do you need an attorney who is board certified? And what exactly does that mean? Well, we're going to find out because we're going to Ask the Lawyer. Hi again, everybody. I'm Rob Rosenthal with AskTheLawyers.com, and my guest is North Carolina attorney Brian Davis. Brian, thank you for joining us again. It's good to see you.
Hey, Rob, it's good to see you.
So let's just start at the beginning. What does it mean for a truck accident attorney to be board certified in truck accident law?
Well, it means first that an attorney has practiced in the area of truck accident law for a number of years. They've handled a lot of trucking cases. They understand the law of truck accident law, and they know what to do in a case. And they've studied a lot of the regulations that apply to trucks and truck companies, and they've actually sat for about a day-long test and passed the test.
So I think some people, Brian, might think, well, if I talk to a lawyer and they say, yeah, I can take your truck accident case, that they must be certified, otherwise they wouldn't be able to do it. So not every attorney who says they can handle truck accident cases are actually board certified. Is that correct?
No, that's absolutely correct. In fact, there are only about 40 of us across the entire country. I'm actually the only attorney in North Carolina that's board certified in truck accident law. And there aren't that many of us. We're sort of the few of the many.
So from a client standpoint, that means they can rest assured that you are extremely qualified to handle their particular case, right?
Yes, preeminently qualified.
And what maybe, I don't want you to talk bad about other people, but maybe what are some common mistakes that maybe some attorneys who are not as qualified might make in, say, a truck accident case?
Well, the most common thing I see just about on a weekly basis is that lawyers who generally handle just car wreck cases have a truck case come to their office, a truck case client, and they take the case. And then they treat that case like they do all of their other car wreck cases. And they're black and white. They're not even close to being similar as far as what you have to do and how you have to work the case to get a good resolution for the client.
I'm sure
that's the biggest mistake.
And I'm sure there's a long answer to this question, but what is maybe one or two of the biggest differences between a truck accident case and just a regular automobile case?
Well, it is, there are books written on that,
sure.
Rob. So the short answer is these cases have to be investigated very intensely at the beginning, because if you don't, stuff's going to get lost. Not really lost, but things are going to get missing, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's an insurance company on the other side. They send their first response team as soon as they get notice of the crash, and then they're on the scene gathering evidence. And sometimes that evidence gets gone for various reasons. Good intentions, bad
sure.
intentions, but it's gone. So if you don't have a lawyer and a team on your side doing the same thing, hitting the ground, running as soon as you can, valuable evidence is going to get lost. That's one thing. Another thing is you've got to have experts at your beck and call, at the ready to go at the drop of a hat. As soon as I call them, get in a car, a truck, get on a plane, go to the scene, wherever that is, and then they do their job, which generally involves an accident reconstruction engineer. That's someone who's specialized in figuring out how and why crashes happen. We've got a private investigator on our team that goes with us who's expert at taking interviews. We've got a photographer, videographer with us who's documenting everything that happens. Those are the key things that have got to be done right away.
So it's important to have somebody who has those sort of resources at the ready.
Absolutely.
And another thing I would imagine is when you're talking about an automobile case, yes, there are rules and regulations, but when you're talking about trucking companies and that sort of thing, it's a whole other world as far as the rules and regulations they have to follow, right?
It is. In fact, there are books of regulations. There are thousands of regulations that apply to trucks, truck drivers, and truck companies. And you've got to know where they are and what they are and how they apply and how to apply them in your case.
What would be your advice to other attorneys who may think, be considering wanting to go more into trucking litigation and that sort of thing. And is it the kind of thing that any personal injury lawyer can jump into?
No, it's not. You've got to have the experience, you got to have the knowledge, and you've got to have the resources. If you don't have those three things, you're not going to be able to handle a truck accident case competently because you're not qualified. What I would suggest is if you are an attorney and you have handled a fair number of trucking cases and you understand how, or you think you understand how they work, get more education. Go to some of the national seminars or symposiums, learn from the experts how to do it right, and then get board certified. Take the time, spend the energy and the resources it takes to get board certified so that you can hold yourself out as someone who is super qualified to handle these cases.
Is your firm contacted by other attorneys who have taken on cases that maybe need your expertise, and in what capacity does that take?
Yeah, we're contacted all the time in a lot of different sort of capacities. I answer a lot of phone calls, answer a lot of questions, give a lot of advice just to help guys out that I know across the country. And then locally here in North Carolina, I'm sort of known as the truck guy. So a lot of local lawyers, throughout North Carolina will call me with questions. Here's what I got. What do I do? And a lot of times we end up actually getting involved in cases as associate counsel, working with the lawyer who actually originated the case. And then usually we'll actually sort of step into the lead position and direct the case and sort of make it happen.
What if I'm a potential client? If I think I've got a case, Brian, how do I know if the attorney I contact is board certified in trucking law? Is it as simple as just asking them?
Yeah, it is. You can ask them. You can also go to the board certifying group itself, the National Board of Trial Advocacy. They have a website. Look it up. All of the board certified lawyers in truck accident law are listed right there. But the easiest way is just to ask, are you board certified in truck accident law?
Gotcha. Great. Well, lots of helpful information as always, Brian. Thank you for answering our questions today.
Anytime. Thanks a lot.
That's going to do it for this episode of Ask the Lawyer. My guest has been North Carolina attorney Brian Davis. If you want the very best information or you want to be able to choose a lawyer that lawyers choose, make sure to go to askthelawyer.com. Also, please take a sec to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below so you'll know when we have future episodes available. Thanks for watching. I'm Rob Rosenthal with Ask the Lawyers.